Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Thank you for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show you how I made this card. Very simple layout, very simple card, using the Love You to Pieces bundle, which is carrying forward into the next catalogue, which I'm really pleased about, but it's only available at a bundle price until the end of May 2019. So you get 10% off if you buy it at the moment, and also featuring this gorgeous Gingham Gala paper. So here you can see it in Grapefruit Grove, and I thought I would remake it today in Balmy Blue. So I've been doing quite a few long videos recently, and I thought today I would do a quick short one. So hopefully it won't take very long in terms of your needing to be on here and watching and all that kind of stuff. So you can just sit back and relax for a little bit, and we'll just whiz through this card. But you could also follow along at home if you do have this stamp set, or even if you had a stamp set that cut out pieces different shapes. So you might have a party hat or a cupcake, or you might have a animal, you know, like a kangaroo or a rhino or something like that. You could make this with anything. Butterflies you could make it with, anything that you have pieces that you can chop out to put on top of a layered background. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to need is obviously our card base. So our card base here is Whisper White, and it's just a normal piece of A4 sliced in half this way. So this is my standy uppy card, or tent fold as I call it. So I've just popped the cardstock into the trimmer that way and chopped it at 10.5 centimetres, folded it in half at 14.9 centimetres. So that's our card base, but it would work well with any other size as well. If you're American and you've got different size cardstock, just normal piece of cardstock folded in half. And then we're going to layer on top of that with a piece of Balmy Blue cardstock, and this is cut 10 by 14.4, which is the standard size. Get that to the front. So that's going to go on top there. Then, as I say, I've got a piece of Gingham Gala here, and then I've got some, I'm going to change it up and use some this white cotton ribbon, because this sadly is retiring, but I really love it, so I thought we'd go with that. So the first thing that we're going to do, and I also want to change up this little piece here where, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got a sentiment stamp there, but it's really faint, so we're going to try and change that up a little bit today. So the first thing that you need to do is find some kind of backgroundy, splattery sort of stamp, and I'm going to use the little hearts that are in this because I think that goes quite well. And we're just going to randomly cover the top of this cardstock. So I've got some Balmy Blue ink, and we're just going to make sure my hearts are the right way up. Just going to randomly cover that. It doesn't, you know, there's no precise thing here. It's literally just whack it and go. Ink it and stamp, that's what I say. If you try and be too precise about it, then it looks regimented. So I try and just, you know, cover each other up and go over the top of some of them and come back and do all sorts of different things. And then hopefully it won't look too much like it's a regimented pattern. Okay, so that's that, and you only need the top piece here because you're going to cover the bottom half of this with some Gingham Gala. Now this piece I did with the other side, which was the small check. I think this time I'm going to do with the big check because I quite like the big check, and I've forgotten what size this piece of DSP is. I think it'll be 9.5, yeah, and is it square? That's the question. 9.5, yeah it is. 9.5 by 9.5 for that piece. So it comes as a 6 by 6 inch piece, so that's about 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres. So we're just going to chop off 9.5 by 9.5. There we go, like that. And that gives you your base there. And then we're going to wrap the ribbon around it. okay, before we attach it. Now, to make this a little bit easier to do, actually, do you know what I'm going to put? I've decided I'm going to change my design, and I'm going to pop this on first and maybe wrap the ribbon around the whole thing. What do we think? Do we think? Yeah, I think I like that. So we're going to. Isn't it strange how the different side makes it look so much bigger? That it's exactly the same piece of paper, but it looks so much bigger with the gingham, the large gingham to the small gingham. Actually, I do wonder if maybe it should be that side. No, I'm going large. Okay, so I'm just going to attach this with some multi-purpose glue, which I know it's on back order still at the moment. So if you've got some, great. If you live locally to me, I do have some that I can cash and carry, so please do get in touch. But it should be back soon. They've just had problems with customs and everything. What's the issue? With liquids going through customs. Right, there we go. Pop that on there. And then we're going to take this around here. And I just want to take it around and tie it. You could tie it in a bow if you wanted to, but I'm just going to tie that in a double knot. There. Just there. Alright. And you've got to be careful when you pull it tight, not to pull it too tight that it bows the cardstock, because you don't want that. Okay. So double knot. Oh, don't tell me I've got glue on my ribbon, on my cuttings. No, okay, it was just wrong angle. Phew, I thought I'd got glue on my cutting scissors. I've got a pair of gluey scissors. I'm not supposed to have glue on my cutting scissors. Right, okay, so that's there. All right, and obviously if you wanted to, you could just, attach it at either side. You don't have to put it all the way round, but it's I quite like it like that. So then we're going to pop this down. Notice I'm not putting the sentiment on here because, as I say, I want to change that up. So we're not going to be doing that. There we go. Pop that down on there. There we go. That's the right side, wasn't it? Yeah. There. So that's that. So how quick is that? That's your base done. All right, so now, oh, it's going really bright again. I'm so sorry. I must work more over here. My lighting, it's so bright outside. I just cannot get my lights right. Okay, so I'll bring all this over here. I think it's when stuff goes over. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that there and hopefully that will work. I might just pop that there and hopefully that'll bring it down a bit. Right, so the next thing we need to do obviously is the two puzzle pieces and the background circle. So I'm just going to stamp these. So they've got these two pieces. They do actually fit together. If you wanted to, you could actually stamp them, cut them out and put them together. But I decided I was going to do mine a bit offset. So I'll just, problem is I need a bit of space and then it goes all white. Oh look, see, there we go, that's better. Okay, we'll get there. I'm still learning all this stuff. Okay, so we're going to pop this one down. Oh, I've got it upside down. Not that it matters because we're going to chop it out. So we'll just do this one as well. Actually, I could do this one this way. There we go. So you could see that if that was turned around the right way, they would actually fit inside each other. But we're not going to do that. We are going to get the big shot out. And the puzzle piece Thinlit dies are the ones that match with this. And they come in this set like this. They don't come with the magnetic sheet. I've put that on, and you basically get 3 dies. So you get this one, which will cut out an entire jigsaw puzzle. Okay, so that's really cool. This one, which cuts out obviously these puzzle pieces, and this one that cuts out a heart jigsaw puzzle. So you can put that over You Are My Missing Piece, and you can cut that out and it looks like a jigsaw, or you can just cut out a jigsaw behind, you know, in a different colour, in some cardstock or whatever. But yeah, it's a really cute set. I'm glad it's staying. Okay, so let's get my big shot over here and hope that doesn't set my lights a flaring. So the good thing is it doesn't matter which way up they are, they fit both ways. So we're just going to pop that on there. Okay. Hold it. Pop. Whoops. Oh, everything's moving. I think sometimes we forget how strong it is to actually, you know, do this big shot work. But look, that's come out beautifully. I'll just bring this through. Oh, come on. Come back down again. There we go. And then we'll put this one through. I've always liked the idea of making cards and puzzle cards and things like that. I'm so glad that this came out. So let's move that back over there. Bring these in here so that the lighting comes back down to normal. Okay. So here we go. So here are my two pieces now. Love you to pieces. And oh, I needed to do my thing. I was just going to do a stitched frame circle. Let's do that too, because we need the second. Oh, come on. The second largest is the size. Okay, so we'll do that. I'll just cut that out of this piece of Whisper White. I'm going to do it over here because you don't need to worry about that. Okay, and if your stitch shapes ever get stuck, just go in very gently to the edges and just kind of run your thumb along them, and eventually they'll lift. I think mine need a bit of lubrication because they are a bit tight. It's just over time, sometimes they can get a little tight. So there we go. So that's that. And then I'm going to pop that on there. So that's going to go over the ribbon, like so. Could actually put it a bit higher this time if I wanted to, and just do this and this. Oops. That looked quite good too, but I do quite like it a little lower. I like the bit of gingham showing at the top. So this obviously we're going to use dimensionals to go over because the ribbon's quite thick. So we're going to put some dimensionals on here. It's going to take something else on top of it, so it needs to be quite firm. So you know me, no soggy middles. No soggy middles. Alright, so then we're going to pop that over there. And this layout's one that I did with my upline, so two uplines. My team leader Natalie, she showed me this one and I really like it. I'll put that on there. So we're going to need the larger dimensionals for this one to keep it up at the same height. So I'll pop that on there, like that. It's going to go slightly over. I'm slightly higher than I was on this one because I put the ribbon up a little bit, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to use mini ones on this one because they are just slightly thinner. So you're not going to get quite so much bulk for postage. And look, these little mini ones fit perfectly on those little tabs. Isn't that cute? Oh, sorry, I get excited about things like that. So yeah, so we'll do this. There we go. And the next. And then we'll pop that there. And then really the question is, do we actually need another sentiment? You know, that's the thing. Because actually I quite like it without. So I'm tempted to leave it without, actually. I was going to think about putting something in with a classic label. Maybe I'll just try it and see. Because I think that would fit within the classic label punch. So it says, "We just fit," which is a nice sentiment to go with, obviously, puzzle pieces. So we'll pop that on there, and we'll do it in balmy blue. If you had maybe a thicker, bolder black, that would set a sentiment that would look good up there. You know, just stamped like that one. But I don't think that was bold enough. So let's try this. It definitely does literally just fit. Okay. Something like that. And then I think what I might do is I might just chop off that end there and pop it up like that. Yeah, I think that would work. So, a pair of snips, literally just chop it off where you want to. And then again, mini dimensionals will help to raise that up. This is quite a raised card now, which I quite like. There we go. Pop those on. Oh, get the last one off. There we go. And then that can fit just in there like that. So there you go. I told you it was going to be quick. And quick it is. I mean, you could add some sparkles, you could add some rhinestones for sure. That would also just, you know, give it a bit of zhuzh if you wanted to. But basically that's it. So there it is in Gingham Gala. But first of all, this is Calypso Coral with a Calypso Coral satin ribbon, and this is in Balmy Blue with the cotton white trim. As I say, the stamps and dies are going through, but not at a bundle price. But the Gingham Gala paper, which I love so much, that's not going through. So that's a bit of a shame. I did just want to show you one other thing that I made a while ago, actually, with this, just to give you an idea of something else you could make with this bundle. And we've done pizza boxes earlier in the week on my videos again with the Butterfly Gala bundle, but I just thought I'd show you this one that uses exactly the same pieces, and also it uses the jigsaw piece here at the back to do this, but it's actually only been embossed using the embossing folders. It hasn't actually been die cut all the way through. I mean, obviously you could do, but it hasn't been. And then just the gorgeous grape and Highland heather with the soft sea foam. So just another idea of something that you can use this set for, and how it can look different dependent on what you put behind it. I just think it's a great set. So all the details are in the description below. Thanks ever so much for watching today. Hope you have enjoyed my little video tutorial, and if you need anything, get in touch. Please comment below. I love hearing from you. It is the beginning of May now, which means that there's lots of other stuff happening, so make sure that you head over to my blog as well and just check out what's going on, because we've got lots of lovely stuff coming this month, and I'll be back again soon. So thanks ever so much for watching. You take care now. Bye bye.